problem. I can easily teach the person. I want to get interest, but nkuzisieli ọ ga-anọkwa work global godim for the moment. Because the impact in your book only leave home some works too and to assist me. So far, I did it easy because I'm not the only one in the family, and my parents have been supporting me. But through this now support is I'm not assist the family. Money ego na-abịa na the all, but the more na-abịakwa ka na-ejikwa ego material and other things in support for my oncoming siblings. Dream m bụ to establish a big shop, a fashion show shop. When I display both these fashion women wears and because the specialized to be female wears. So specialized showcase say this is my female wears, this men caps. I would like to showcase more on fully on fashion house, both male and female. Because accessories, all the things I do is more on male and female accessories. So I would like to have a very big shop, a showroom shop that people will come, and with that and get employed for upcoming graduates or young youths that doesn't have a work, because Ogabe means again it creates skill and employment for other people that don't have any work. And then I advise youth so now about skill is good, because Obanankan on HL is 10 years now of my graduate without job. But thank God with this. Well, women are indeed strong creations that hardly give up and are always positive. That story definitely deserves a major follow-up, and I pray she gets that which her heart so desires. A big thank you to our sponsor, Adezene Mogo Omoeze, Senator Stella Odua, whose benevolence is speaking volume in the lives of those young women. May your oil never run dry, man. So, viewers, this is where I draw the curtain for today's episode on Egombidafia Entrepreneurship Program. I'm sure you enjoyed the show. I remain your beautiful host, Chekube Obiaku Ndiogazili. Always stay safe, stay beautiful, and never give up on your dreams. Bye for now.
Thank you very much, sir, for having us and granting this private interview with you. So, in recognition of your tenacity and selflessness to humanity, a lot of persons has been asking questions on who is the man behind the Menax Hospital. So, and we're here today with you, sir. So, what we want is for you to give us a biography of you, so that they too can hear you.
Okay, I didn't start Menax Hospital, my brother did. My immediate elder brother, Dr. Tim Menake. When he started it, I was in the United Kingdom working. But the pressure of work was so much for him. A lot of people told me unless I came back to help, his health might be affected. I had always thought of myself as a doctor working in a teaching hospital setting. Never really gave a thought about private practice. By then, I was already a fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons. So, in August 1974, I had to rush back from the UK to help him out in Menax Hospital. And I've been stuck since that time. So we were running the hospital together until we went into politics full time. And that's when the baton was passed over to me completely. Biography, where do I start? I was born in 1936, 27th of December 1936, which if you check, was on a Sunday. I was probably lucky not to have deformities because God was supposed to be resting on that day. So I was probably an emergency product. Usual elementary school and so on. Then in 1951, I entered Government College Umuahia. Left in 1956. Did some teaching, New Bethel College, Onitsha. It's to my credit that I was the first person to teach science in that secondary school. 1959, left Nigeria for the United Kingdom and spent a year at Paisley Technical College in Scotland for my A-levels. It's now the University of Paisley. In 1960, did my A-level in the summer of 1960. In the same year, entered University of Manchester to study medicine. Qualified in 1965. Did my housemanship. Got a job in UCH Ibadan in the Department of Pathology. Unfortunately for me, I arrived in Nigeria on the eve of the second coup of 1966. And I reported at UCH. After reporting, I rushed back to Lagos and I was persuaded by my people to rush back to the east, which I did. I was employed as a medical officer and the government of Eastern Region, posted to Owerri General Hospital. In 1967 or 68, the University of Biafra Teaching Hospital was started, and I resigned from the civil service to join the new teaching hospital set up in the Department of Pathology. And then I was eventually co-opted into the army. My first posting was in Enugu. Screening will be recruits into the army. Then when Enugu fell, I found myself at Army headquarters in Ogo, where I was medical liaison officer at Army headquarters. From there, when Ogo fell, we moved to Ihube. And from Ihube, I was posted to Garrison Hospital, to head Garrison Hospital in Umuahia. And just before Umuahia fell, I was moved to MDS here to head MDS here, Ungwa area. And that was by January 1970, we had to evacuate MDS here. At that time, we had over 1,000 patients in the hospital. And we moved, first of all, to Mbise, and then the bridge was blown, the bridge over the Imo River. We kept moving. Then the last place we settled was at Umuhu, near Ihioma. That was, and then the war ended. And we said goodbye to each other, reverted back to our positions as civilians. And went back to the East Central State, was posted to Abakaliki General Hospital. And then the announcement by Gowan that everybody should go back to where they were working before the outbreak of hostilities. So I went back to UCH Ibadan as an SHO in Department of Pathology, eventually a registrar in the Department of Pathology. That was around April 1970. And UCH Ibadan, I found I had about 3 letters by one of my bosses when I was doing my housemanship in Manchester, Mr. John Hagedorn. And the 3 letters each had one sentence, and that was, confirm you are alive. So there were 3 letters. Obviously, they were written when I hadn't arrived. Then I confirmed with one sentence too. Sir, I hereby confirm I am alive. Then he wrote another letter, I want you to come back to the United Kingdom and continue with your, what they call residency now. You have studied in surgery, which was my ultimate aim. So you see, it was a bit difficult. You know, where was I to start when I went, going back to Britain, going for interviews and all that? So I told him my difficulties. I'm really tired. You know, a lot of us were disillusioned after the war. What was it all about, sort of? Anyway, so I wrote back to him. I said, I've gone through this traumatic experience, and I don't want to be pushed around anymore by going to interview, probably feeling I might be better than other people, and I'm dropped, you know, that sort of thing. And he said, and Mr. John Hagedorn wrote back and said, who has told you, discussed interview with you? I said, get back to the United Kingdom and a job will be waiting for you. So I planned and went back. I arrived in Manchester on the 3rd of August 1971. I think I was overjoyed getting out By the time I got to Runway, which is the airport in Manchester, I was too tired to proceed to the hospital. So I checked into the airport hotel and did not go back until the following day, which was 4th of August. And I had such a wonderful reception. I was shown my room, the doctor's quarters. There was a banner there, "Welcome back, Gabby." I felt so appreciative. And that's the beginning of my pursuit. The following day, the 5th of August, I started work. The Park Hospital, David. Just 1 month into the job, Mr. John Hagedorn's secretary came to me. And the boss wanted me to do the primary FRCS, a fellowship in Royal College of Surgeons, which was to be in January 1972. And I said, how can? I've been out there in a war. I've lost all my textbooks, everything. How can I go, and when will I start? Do a primary FRCS in January. Please tell him I come to see him. I've got a lot in the casualty department. So the secretary went and told him, and the secretary came back and said, the boss sent her back, and the boss says, you are going to sit the primary examination in January, and if you fail, look for another job. That was that. Anyway, I obeyed orders. Sat for a primary examination. Luckily, I passed. Then I went to the main teaching hospital of the University of Manchester Medical School, the Manchester Royal Infirmary, to meet my senior registrar when I was doing my housemanship. So Nigel Keddy, when he saw me, what he said, Gabriel, are you real? Because message had gone around that I lost my life in the hostilities. And I said, I am very much alive. You can touch me. So Nigel was very nice, and he said, go and get your primary FRCS, and we'll find you a job in Manchester Royal. And I said, is that supposed to be a joke? Yes, I studied medicine in the medical school at University of Manchester. I also did my clinicals at the Royal Infirmary. But that was that. In my class, there were only 2 of us from Africa, Kojo Owusu from Ghana, and myself. And honestly, throughout the time I was doing my clinical work in Manchester Royal, I never saw even a cleaner of my race, even though personally in the medical school I did not meet any discrimination. And I never asked why, not even a cleaner. But I said to Nigel, so when he said this, I didn't want to start expressing what I've just said. So I just said to Nigel, I've got my primary affairs here. And he just shouted, no, it is not possible. You know? And I went with a photocopy of mine and I showed it to him. And he just said, follow me. We ran to the administrative office. We advertised a job for SHO in surgery. And I want this gentleman with me to apply. So he was informed that the period of application had closed. He looked very frustrated and stood pondering for some time, then turned around to the gentleman and said, come on, do me a favor, squeeze his name in. So obviously my name was squeezed in because I was shortlisted for interview. I went for the interview, and out of the lot of us that went for the interview, I was accepted for the job. And then I said, and then one of the people interviewing me, Mr. Anscombe, said he has a contract with Park Hospital David Hume. And we want this job to start in April. His contract does not end until August. How do we manage it? And then a man whom we all feared as medical students, Lloyd Griffiths, a Welsh man. He was the head of the Department of Orthopedic Surgery. We called him Lord G. The daughter, Gwenda, happened to be in my ear. And then once this man talked about releasing me to take up this job, look at Lord G, whom we all feared as students, shot up from his seat, went and stood in front of whoever made that suggestion and said, shut up, Anthony. You all should know this young man. I won't say all the complimentary things he said. You all ought to know this young man. He has come back to the United Kingdom to get his fellowship of the Royal College of Surgeons, and it is our duty to help him do it. I will immediately phone John Haggadon, who was my student, who was my house officer, who was my registrar, my senior registrar, and I made him a consultant. I will phone him immediately and say, release this gentleman. I want him to come and work for me. And he will release him immediately. And so it was. I was released immediately and found myself in the exalted Manchester Royal Infirmary. As students, we called it the box. You didn't have big gardens and so on. A bit boring. We prefer to go to smaller places, you know. So I started at Manchester Royal. That was 1972. And then I hadn't done up to 3-4 months. The then professor of surgery, Ian Gillespie, sent for me. I arrived in his office and he said, Gabriel, I want you to do the final examination of the Royal College of Surgeons. And I said, sir, it is impossible. I haven't got postings in blah, blah, blah. You know, you've got to do some postings, neurosurgery. I haven't done those postings, sir. How can I go and do? He had it all on his table, and he showed me a clause, the rules and regulations of the Royal College. That in exceptional circumstances, an eminent fellow can recommend a candidate, you know, to sit the exam without all these requirements. And he turned to me, Gabriel, do you think I'm such an eminent fellow? And I said, yes, sir, you are. Passed a letter to me, which I was supposed to have written, applying to be given special permission to sit for the FRCS. So would you append your signature here? Appended my signature. And he showed me his supporting letter. 4 days later, I got a special permission from the Royal College Surgeons of Edinburgh to sit for the final examinations. And in February 1973, I went and sat for the examination. And happily, I was one of those who passed. And in July 1973, I was elected a fellow. One thing is to pass the exam. Then you've got to be elected a fellow. It's a formality. 2 people will propose you for election as a fellow. I was successfully elected. I've never heard of anybody who was not elected anyway. But I remember the drama that took place at the Royal College. A day after the oral examinations, I went back with a fellow candidate, a Nigerian, Okem Bonu, who later on became a professor of surgery. And Okem Bonu, a Ghanaian, was number 299. Okem Bonu, number 300. And Gabriel Menaka, number 301. And in our batch, we went for the oral examinations in batches. In our batch, there were 64. And 5, we were told before we started finding out whether we passed or not, we were told that only 5 passed out of the 64. And you know that sort of thing. I sort of said, it's impossible for all of us to, 3 of us from West Africa to but so anyway, 2 of us passed. Unfortunately, the Ghanaian didn't pass. So I went back to Manchester Royal, and then a job was vacant at Bury and Rosendale Hospital, and Ian Gillespie asked me to apply for that job. I actually went to him. I wanted him to send me to Canada to continue with my. So he said, I will not send you to Canada because you are not going to get the best jobs there. But they had offered me a post of tutor in surgery to the university, which I turned down because I didn't intend to live in Britain at that time. To me, Nigeria was still a beautiful place. I wanted to come home one day. So I turned that down, and he said, okay, apply for this post in Bury and Rosendale. And I applied out of the whole lot of us who came for the interview. I got the job, and from there I resigned in 1974 and came back to Menas Hospital. In a nutshell, that is my story.
Well, according to all you've said and all I've been able to assimilate, I would proudly say you are a full package. And congratulations, sir, for putting out all that you had to put out to be what you are today.
Thank you.
It's not easy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I want to ask, if is there any room for regrets? In one of your statements, you said then Nigeria was a beautiful place to live.
Yes.
You intended coming home.
Yes.
So now, do you wish you're not here? Maybe you're in Canada or somewhere else.
No. Actually, I've searched that in my. I thought about it. I think, as a medical practitioner, I feel wonderfully fulfilled being here. It's giving me the chance of innovate when the sophisticated equipment is there. There's always, if one put one's imagination into it, you can occasionally improvise. And I think I've felt fulfilled. I regret about not working, no way. Because in the 80s, the 70s, 80s, a lot of people would go to, say, Britain and do a locum. Somebody who is a consultant surgeon here will go and do a locum for a job meant for SHOs. Maybe I was professionally professionally too proud to take up a job just for the sake of making money. You know, I'm of a consultant status, then I go and do the job of an SHO, senior house officer, job for money. So what I did was I worked maybe 2K a week or 2 weeks or so off to go to such places, just to rest, not to go into another job to make money. No, I have no regrets at all. I have fully enjoyed my practicing in Nigeria. Money is not everything. Money is not everything. You know, I've my experience. I wouldn't have had the experience, the exposure, the experience I've garnered over these years. By June this year, I would have been in continuous medical practice for 57 years. Yes. You know. So maybe one day I will retire. Yes.
Okay, so sir, let's bring this down to Nigeria,
Yes.
where we are. 57 years is a lifetime for most people.
Yes.
So how would you compare the the medicals of Nigeria then? How would you compare then and now?
It will be very difficult for me because I've been practicing in Menax Hospital all these years. And I have not honestly gone out of my way to look over over any other practitioners, over anybody's shoulder to find out how they're practicing. I try to shut myself up into that cocoon of Menax Hospital. I want to do my best there. I don't really want to concern myself very much about what others are doing. Because like every other thing, old teachers feel that are getting old teachers are frustrated because of how teaching is done and so on. So you understand what I mean. You know, so I try not to look over anybody's shoulder. But there was a lot of respect in Nigeria in the 60s, 70s. And now Nigerians worship money more than anything else. As a very junior doctor in the 60s, I was better respected. I mean, nobody would. People abuse me nowadays. You're a stupid doctor and all that, you know. In fact, one woman, one occasion, I got a woman who was, I've forgotten what happened, you know, and she said, "You're a very foolish person," you know. And I looked at her and said, "How did you know?" You know, people have been telling me this, you know. And I told her, "No, don't worry. I know, and a lot of people know I am very foolish, you know." I mean that, and then she looked stupid when I said that.
Yeah.
You know, if I had started shouting at her, I would go into an unnecessary altercation. But I just said to her, so you knew also I'm foolish. Not only you, so many, you know. Yes.
Wow, that's a lot, sir. Thank you. Um, okay, I love write-ups a lot.
Okay.
For me, it goes a long way to tell what a man or a person represents.
Okay.
So I've been actually eyeing that desiderata. So that's the right pronunciation.
Yes.
Yes. So, and I'm seeing the other one, if.
Yes.
So what are your? I can actually take from all you said the kind of visions you have,
Yes.
but tell us in your word what it is for you,
What?
what your visions are.
At 85?
Of course. It may, okay, let me make this clear.
Let me put it this way.
Okay.
If you are a doctor and your knowledge is limited to medicine, then you are not educated. You must have an educated person is somebody who can intelligently discuss different things. I had a young man with me yesterday. His name is Nelson. And playing some music in my car. I was driving. And I just said to Nelson, do you know I admire musicians? I think they're more talented than me. And he said, how can? And I said, look, simple things. I can't beat the drum, the gong, and I can't play the. I would love to play them, but I can't. And I regard anybody I see them doing that, I said, that guy is more intelligent than me, And he went on, blah, 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 And I said to him, I think it takes less training to be a surgeon than it takes to play the piano, No, I love things like this. I love to, what I envisaged in the 70s, a beautiful garden where I can sit in the evening and read my books, not medical books, but another book. And, well, you said it is not late. So I still read, I still try to acquire knowledge in other spheres other than medicine. I think that will make me, I want to be educated. So I'm still striving to be educated by looking at other things. I love literature. I wish I could write. Can even a letter of 5 sentences. I can speak from man till kingdom come, but to write is a problem. So that's it.
So doctors, you see things every day, everywhere.
Yes.
This could come off as personal.
Yes.
What is the most touching thing you've seen or done all through your years of this practice? Something, even if you're sleeping and you're woken too, and this question is being asked.
Yes, I don't want to be specific for medical confidentiality, but I have really had some cases which I thought was hopeless, and the people recovered. I can name a few. And when I think back at those cases, it gives me so much joy. It makes me carry on because they give me so much joy. So I've had those particular cases that are to me remarkable, and it makes me go back to that old saying. Yes, I'm a doctor. Yes, I'm a surgeon. What is my contribution to healing? It goes back to where the people we looked at in the history of medicine said years ago. Lord Osler, I dress the wound, but God heals it. And every day you see it. We're only honestly dressing wounds. You can say dressing them well. The rest is left for God to heal. You know. So I have a lot of remarkable memories, and they keep me going. Occasionally, when I'm sleeping, I remember one of them, and I feel comfortable with myself. Yes.
I'm happy that you still have something you can look back to and be passionate
Yes.
with your job.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So this one right now is a hearsay. Someone said you wanted to be a lawyer before now. I
Yes,
don't know.
that was in the 50s.
Okay, so what happened, sir?
What happened is that
Why?
I was
Why?
told. Now, let me tell you the story. I wanted to read law. I was fascinated going to court, seeing the lawyers and the judge, and I said to myself, boy, you can stand there and blow grammar from now till eternity. And then my eldest brother, late Igwe of Umunye, who graduated in 1947, I was teaching in New Bethel College. He wanted to see me in his house in Enugu. He was an inspector of education then. So I arrived late, and he said to me, there was an accident at Omonachi area. I helped to evacuate the victims. So we sat down, and he went straight to the point and told me that when he grew up, he didn't have the choices I have. And he didn't have the luxury of wanting to do engineering or whatever. He followed the teaching thing, graduated in geography out of personal hard work. But now, I was the last born of 7 of us. I had the beautiful luxury. I can choose and pick what I wanted to do. That's right. The time, 10 a.m. at 10 p.m. And he said, now, what would you like to pursue? What career? Have you thought about it? I said, yes, sir, with confidence. What? And I said, law, sir. I have never known my brother so enraged. He got up, went to the front door, opened it, and said, get out. And I said, what have I done, sir? He said, just get out. I didn't know you were a hooligan. That was his language. And I said, sir, I'll do anything you want me to do. Forget all about law or whatever, you know? Nobody could hold him, but I should get out, you know? And not only out of the house, but out of the compound. It was getting to 11 p.m. I didn't know any other person in Enugu. And if you know where Katanak Avenue is, near the old government house, that night I had to trek from that place to Obwete. I wasn't even allowed to sleep under a tree in the compound. So I got to Obwete, and there was what do you call them, tipper, carrying coal down to Onitsha. Had them discussing, I hitched a lift with them, enjoying myself with the cargo coal. We arrived on it at about 2 a.m. I was living at Mosisi Lane, near late Speaker of the Eastern House Assembly, Ebuna, near his house. That's where I was living. So that was the end of law. And then up came, you see, my brother had it in mind. He wanted me to be a doctor. He never said it, you know. So that's how I got myself doing medicine and forgot all about law, you know. And yes, that's.
So it won't be wrong to say that your brother's reaction led you to this.
Yes, it did. It did. It did. And it did. And two of my best friends, a government college of mine, but later, I was going to betray them by doing law. But later on, it turned out that they were the ones who betrayed me by doing law. You know, because two of my best friends were Nandi Onua and Nathaniel Nandi Onua from Obosi. He did law. And Godi Ononiba, retired Chief Judge of Anambra State, he did law. We were all we were thinking of doing medicine. At government college, we called ourselves the scientists. And it was, we would like to fail history and things like that. So it was later on I found that those two actually betrayed me by doing law. And I was very happy. I was the only one standing. We all wanted to do medicine because we were scientists, as we called ourselves. Yes.
That was a very funny one, though. Thank you for not making this interview boring.
I hope not.
It's not. It's not. I can pledge. Okay, sir. With the with the depth of knowledge you have in this practice,
Yes.
is there anything you have to tell medical practitioners now or the doctors that are upcoming here in Nigeria? Is there anything you think? I know you don't leave the Menax cocoon to see what else the other places are doing, but then statistically,
Yes.
we can relate and the death rate and whatnot. Is there any form of advice you have to give them to live by?
Medical people.
Yes, medical people. Life in
To
general.
be quite honest, no. There should be a rebirth of Nigeria.
Okay.
It's not only medicine, anything you want to think of, every profession. If we are going to, there must be a reset in Nigeria. There must be a reset. There must be a reset because, I mean, you are young, yes. As they say in one of the songs, things ain't what they used to be. And when you say it, the younger ones will look at it that you are throwing a challenge to them, thinking everything you people did.
It's the best.
Yes. But I think there should be a national reset, not only in medicine. And my wife is a lawyer. They need a reset more than doctors. The architects need a reset. Everybody, the laborer needs a reset. The KK people need a reset. There is no discipline. You've got to start with discipline before you start talking about that. Everybody, there should be a research. You've got to find out who are doctors in Nigeria and who are not. You've got to find out who are allowed to treat ill patients and who are not. You know what I'm talking about. You know, everybody gives prescriptions because there are people who are fond of shortcuts. You go through the shortcut, eventually it becomes a question of penny wise, pound foolish. And that's what we need, a reset across every profession, across every facet of life in Nigeria. We need a reset, especially for young people like you. Before you finish doing the reset, I may be on my journey, you know, going to Ndokwa. Yes.
Be emulated.
As they say in the Bible, thou sayest.
Yes,
I
said it,
haven't said that.
and I am proud to say that out
Yes.
loud.
Yes.
So, what mantra do you live by for those of us that would want to, if not be like you, but want to be somewhere near you to achieve these things of life? What mantra?
Well, thank you very much. If you have a profession, the first thing you do is to love that profession. Don't be in a profession because of what you think may be the monetary, the emolument of that profession. Love the profession first of all. In medicine, I think you've got to love humanity. Try to love, if you love humanity, if you don't want to be party to the best of your ability to contribute to trauma of person under your care, it will go a long way. I think, again, in every facet of life in Nigeria, it's all about money, 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 money. Anything you do. So that's part of the reset I'm talking about. You know, but what I give you, what I give to anybody, is fall in love with your profession first. See how it goes. You know, but don't just do it because you're expecting your eyes on the emolument. Love your profession. Be proud of your profession. If everybody loved Nigeria, we'll be better off. You know, but like Christians, how many people who go to church are Christians? How many people who live in this part of the world are Nigerians? You know, we're more like when at Abuja I'm being persecuted because I'm an Igbo person. I come back to Igbo land. I'm being persecuted because I'm from my town. And I go to my town being persecuted because I'm from my village. I mean, you know, but if you love Nigeria, then your mindset will be focused on Nigeria. It doesn't matter whether you're a Christian or a Muslim or whatever you are. It doesn't matter whether you are Igbo, Yoruba, or whatever you are. But the focus is, I'm a Nigerian, you are proud of being a Nigerian, you are ready to die for Nigeria. Because you know that Nigeria is also proud of you. You know? So we start by that.
That's a good answer. So, right about now, we're coming to the end of this interview. You've given us so much of your time. As a veteran doctor, the medical sector, the health sector here in Nigeria,
Yes.
how would you rate it, and what do you think should be done to make it better?
Back to what I've always said, reset. Of course, we are not. Medicine should be, medicine should be evidence-based. Medicine should be evidence-based. I work in Menage Hospital. I shouldn't be, there's a level of practice where I shouldn't go beyond this level, irrespective of my knowledge. Because my knowledge should go hand in hand with the expertise I can give, with the level of training of my staff, with my own personal exposure. I should be, things should flow. I should be able to move certain patients to certain places without worrying about reception my patient is going to get at the other side. Is the reset I'm talking about. You saw my predicament on the 14th and 15th of March. I couldn't, except for National Orthopedic Hospital in Enugu, I couldn't move some of these patients out. I was stuck with them. Not because I'm hoarding patients, but I could have done with more help. That is one, and I could have done with more cooperation from the relations of the victims. Because the National Orthopedic Hospital were gracious enough to ask me to bring as many as I can. And I was prepared to send the bulk of them there. But unfortunately on their part, they'll think about how they are going to transport them to Enugu. They are not thinking about, yes. So these are problems. These are big, big, big issues. Yes, we could. Look, you see, again, your generation will say, when I start talking about when I was working in UCH, I studied medicine in Britain. I worked in Britain. And UCH Ibadan, where I worked, could compare with any hospital I ever worked in Britain. Could compare. I don't know what it is like now. But I was proud to be working there. Even the buildings, you couldn't get any teaching hospital in Britain at that time as beautiful as UCH Ibadan. Nowhere. Much more beautiful than Manchester Royal, where I trained. Beautiful place. And we worked. We worked in UCH. We worked. I'm not saying they're not working now. I'm not saying I don't look over anybody's shoulder. I don't know how they're working. But I was proud to be a Nigerian working in UCH. Put it that way. You know? That is the only teaching hospital I worked in. even in General Hospital, I was happy working in a General Hospital. Later on at Abakaliki General Hospital before I went back to UCH in Ibadan. But I don't know. I haven't worked in any teaching hospital, but I don't know. Let me not go into that. There are big rooms for a reset so that it will be easy for me to move a patient from Menang Hospital to wherever seamlessly for a more advanced care. Don't misunderstand me. I send a lot out. I send a lot of patients to Ituku for radiotherapy and chemotherapy. I sent to university before the Saturday Enugu program. I was sending to each time I had cancer case. I did 2 letters, one for Luth, one for UCH. Ask them, if you make inquiry, the machines in Luth are broken down, use the other letter, go to Luth, and so on. Later on, I added echo when I had a radiotherapy unit. You know, after discussing with my contemporary and friend, late Amaechi. We just had a beautiful cup of coffee, right? Commemorative coffee mug. Huh? Oh, yeah? Eco Hospital, yes. You see, Akwanya not long ago, you know. A very close friend, yes. And also a fellow of the Royal College.
Well, stepping off on on being proud Nigerians.
Yes.
I'm being passionate about whatever we do.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir, for this great and mind-blowing interview.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. My time is yours. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Is that it?
We will hope to do this with you again on
Sure. Provided you will tolerate my verbosity.
It's fine, sir. Welcome to Journey So Far. Today we will concentrate on entrepreneurship and government efforts in the Anambra North Senatorial Zone. Entrepreneurial skill development is as important as water is to human life. Gone are the days when employers go about looking for potential graduates for employment. The reason why many technicians earn more than most university graduates with good grades is because technicians have practical know-how that many graduates cannot boast of. A skillful person is a self-employed person, and a self-employed person can never go hungry. A skillful person enjoys benefits a person working in an office won't have access to. For example, a person with skills can spend their money as they like because they are not subjected to higher authorities. They can also decide to work from home because they are their own bosses, and many more benefits that an employed person can't have. Below are stories of skill empowerment in Anambra North Senatorial Zone. Today, we will have Lady Nwokedi talk to us on her journey to skill acquisition.
Afambo Mrs. Ifeoma Nwoket. Ebim na Onitsha North local government. Abum an entrepreneur. I'm into confectionaries. Ana nambu ana mekene Senator Princess Stella Odua Adaeze na-eme ọgọ nwaanyị obiọma onye ọ ga-adịrị mma ọ ga-adịrị ya mma na ụwa mmụọ dịrị ya mma na ụwa mmadụ maka na all through training this wonderful woman organizing ka nji wee bụrụ onye nwere ife ọ na-eme today. Before then, I'm a graduate of Banking and Finance from University of Nigeria and Nsukka. I graduated in 2004. After my youth service, for so many years, I from all. Merely petty business, menka. Na last 3 years, I organized a training for both my confectionaries, fishery. So many things I organized the training in Bawa. So we enroll na confectionaries. And only tinyelum na that training, but Honorable Ada Meliform. Ana m ekene kwu ya because na no through yanwa kan ji we nwe ike we bulu a partaker na that training. So after that training 3 years ago, ebe me the training bụ na Patrick Okolo. Anyị nọ na Patrick Okolo na eme emesịa amara m ihe ekwuru me no ase anyị jeze na Sacred Heart Parish. Na Sacred Heart Parish ka anyị nọ Metopia. Mana anyị mụ a lot of things. Anyị mụ etu esi eme cake, mụọ my chin-chin, peanuts, all these snacks. Amụsị etu esi eme ya. So after that training, mụnwa bidozie wee bido mebe peanuts and the chin-chin. Mana I concentrate karị mụ na that peanut and chin-chin and memekwa cake. Mana those ones and me just on demand. Mana this peanut and chin-chin bụ nke nnọzi n'ime na-eme na-produce ya. O nwere ndị na-ebunyesi on credit na-abụkwa ha lesịa fa akwụnyelu m ego. Nwee ndị na-abụkwa ndị bụ enwe m distributors mana ọzọ ụbụrụ enwe m na Asaba ma na Onitsha anụnwa anyị nọkwa na ya, Enugu, Port Harcourt, enwesịrị distributors all those area. I lụsị ọla isi ebe a melụfa wee bio ha na-ebu like onye Asaba na-ebu more than 200 packets, onye Port Harcourt the same thing, ma onye Enugu ma Owerri, all these places anyị na-emefa wee bio almost every week. And only some women not around this area na be ebulufa ha bulufele fajele ewetekwa ego sikwe to na feed their family. Because na more understand ihe o mean to be a married woman with family without any income, because I've been there. So I'm kosi ade oya batana ekene mama ngwunata weekend Princess Senator Stella Odua, because na no yawa bụ onye mere na my story change it today. So this business it take go me a long way. Bidom this business after that last 3 years I just did that training. Can bido anatara ozugbo bido the business. So this year ketana I'm 3 years in the business by the grace of God, and since then the business had been moving from strength to strength. Even that when MLO COVID-19, I noticed them now were locked down because that time self, the kind of cells were then, I've never made such cells because now I'm almost the peanuts can the Madonna Elise then. So my story really changed through that business today, and I give thanks to God for that. Mana then always a little challenges in one of the business because now the scope of the business are carrigo. Any the more automatic packaging machine. Makana otu I see a package manually. Number one, but that's na order hygienic enough, and we don't produce much due to the process. Only take time. So any the automatic packaging machine can we produce quantity can we can meet up with my demands. Then I go through NAFDAC process. I've registered the company and we go trademark. Then the NAFDAC process I can on the process now. MSC go my documentation. MSC go documentation. Then Fabia could go for first inspection. Then how I behave that I must have this automatic packaging machine before their final inspection. When we can use their more NAFDAC number. Then this automatic packaging machine be able the major equipment machine needed now, because other ones it take more care of it. So I'm making a such as only see na I saw only we name this platform ke we no asem ka ekene delekwa gị gozie ezinụlọ gị n'aha Jizọs. Ana m ekene Chukwu n'ihe o melụ m through our distinguished senator, because na mụnwa bụ onye na-achọgharizi ọrụ, na-achọ onye ga-eme m employ, bụzi employee of labor. Enwere m up to 12 workers, mmadụ 6 na-alụ ọrụ during the day, another set of 6 people na-alụ in the night. So I'm making a Chineke, and that training nje, I don't think that such a thing will be possible today. We can probably I can go in a street na buyari file, and I thank God na me so go help about humanity, because standing na kita na eri nri na afam is a thing of joy and is something to give God glory. Thank you.
And I thank the senator for giving us this opportunity. As far as I'm concerned, poverty is a gone.
Oh, young man, na church, na go patakwa do de man na mo patakwa ni gbe. Ana si na oju ogwo, mana oju ro ogwo. O ma obi ndị mmadụ. Obi ndị mmadụ bụ inwete nye ndị mmadụ aka. Ka fa na aga n'iru. Gị nwa na aga n'iru na agologo ofo. Iwo tu fe na-ekwu. O ndị mmadụ aka ịchọrọ ka ọ na-achị anyị.
The less privileges, he has been taking care of so many people. So when I heard of this, I decided to be a part of that too, to benefit from her, generosity. So
I'm hoping to practice.
Welcome back to the journey so far. Have you ever seen someone who acquires many skills alone? Such person is classified as someone who is up and doing. Those who have many skills stand the chance of gaining more jobs from many establishments. People who have many skills are being poached by many companies. They are in hot demand because of the skills they possess. Get a skill today. I am Karen Yalechuku and this is Buwa TV. Stay with us.
Good day, viewers. I am Omalicha. This is Buwa TV. Welcome to today's program on the journey so far in Anambra North. Under the leadership of the distinguished Senator Stella Odua, representing Anambra North constituency. On today's program, we're going to talk about human capital development. Human capital refers to the stock of competencies, skills, knowledge, and personalities embodied in individuals which facilitate the ability for the creation of personal, economic, and social value. Labor is one of the factors of production and also can be referred to as workforce. Human capital development, Senator Stella Odua's approach towards it. In a society where unemployment and underemployment figures increases daily, the need to empower the youth with skills become paramount. Skills, when perfected, becomes infiltrated into the acquirer's being. Youth empowerment also stretch to providing incentives to youth to aid their budding initiatives and businesses. This the distinguished senator have done in grand style. Our focus will be drawn to her agricultural revolution and the effects among young and rural farmers in Anambra North. Improving aquaculture in Anambra North. Senator Odua, in her One Youth, One Skill project, have engaged a handful of youths in this life-transforming aquaculture practices through free training and startups. The transformational testimonials of beneficiaries further buttress the stance of IYC on the goals of youth empowerment programs.
Miba ekene mun amobo Uchechukwu abmoya ya melum Anambra State chọmekọrọ nka Chineke ji were Senator Stella Odua wee gbanwee ndụ m wee gbanwee n'ụzọ pụrụ iche iji si na Chineke ji wee gbanwee ndụ wee gbanwee n'ụzọ pụrụ iche bụ na tupu ohere eruo m aka ihe nọzi n'ụwa bụ ihe chifote ihe ụbọchị pụtazi ka ọ bụrụ mana ekene dịrị Orisa onye zitere m Senator Stella Odua onye nyere ndụ m aka n'ihi na tupu m bụrụ onye na-erinwu nri rie nri ọfụma kịta na anọ m na village mgbe anyị gụchara elementịrị ụmụaka ibe m ndị ga-aga n'iru gaba n'iru mụ enwere m onye enyemaka nọ na village n'ọnụ ụlọ na-akwụghalị nọ n'obodo mụ na ụmụaka ndị ọzọkwa ndị na-enwere onye enyemaka anyị bido gaba ịkụ azụ anyị na-aga na mmiri na-akụta azụ ụfọdụ n'ime anyị ewere a na-eme ihe egwuregwu ihe ụmụaka akụta ma ndị ga-eli nke fa n'ọnụ lifusia ya ma ndị nke ga-elekwa n'ege ya lee ya were ege ya mee ihe masara ya mgbe na-eche anya fụ na ebe a kọwa nke m chere iru ntinye uchu moli akpọli ihe ori a na-eme ya na-etinye ihe niile nwere na ya megide a welu otu ụbọchị mgbe na-anụ ka a na-asị na Senator Stella Odua na-enye ndị mmadụ ohere ịbịa mụọ maka esi akụ azụ, maka esi arụpụta nri, maka esi arụ ihe aka. Nke ọmụnị chọrọ ịmụ na ọ gị bịaba nchesi ya n'ime onwe m sị nga ebe a kịta agụrụ m akwụkwọ nlukwa n'ebe ahụ asị m dekwa n'afọ m maọbụ na enye m pen si m dee ihe ka ị ka m ga-esi dee ofu obi si m gaba, ofu obi si m nọrọ, ofu obi nke ọzọ si m gaba kama nlu achụọ m nataba ma ya bụ na nga wee gaba wee luo iyi n'onye Chineke kwadoro n'oge eme wee luo wee nabata m jụsịa m afa m ngwa ha wee nyere m aka wee kụzibekwara m ihe ndị nke m amarọ gbasara azụ, maka esi ejikọta azụ jikọnata ya nọrọ ofu ebe mụọ, maka ị ga-esi nye ya nri zụọ ya oto mụtasịa ya. Mana ọ bụrụ na m mụtara ya nọ na anyị kwuru m aka nke pụrụ iche kwanyekwa ụmụ azụ kirikiri azụ ma nni ya ma ihe ngeji lụkọtara fa ebe obibi, ebe ihe ngeji na-agbanyere fa mmiri, ihe ngeji na-ekute mmiri na-agbanyere fa ma na-etinyere ha mmiri mgbe kwesịrị. Ma nke kachasị nke bụ na anyị ma ọkpụrụkpụ ego Stella Odoa o nyere m ọkpụrụkpụ ego m ga-eji wee bido a wee na-elekọta ya bụ azụ mbidolo anya ya wee bụrụ ihe ri m ọnụ. Mana Kennedy Olise onye zitere ya na n'oge ahụ abụrụzi m onye nọ ihe ụbọchị wetere, anọzi abụzi m onye nọ echifote na amago nke ị ga-eme. Wee na-asịkwa unu ụmụnne m onye fụlụ ya Sinetọ Stella Odoa n'ụzọ ya nyere m aka kenebere m ya, kenebekwuru m Chukwuolisa bụ onye zitere ya. Akenesiara m ọfụma na anọrọzi m abụrụzi m onye na-ayọ ayọ kama abụzi m onye na-enye enye ma na-enyerekwa ndị ọzọ aka, ndị chọrọ ịmụta ka esi azụ n'ụlọ mee ya ọ bụrụ ihe mmadụ ji enyere onwe ya aka. Ndewonu ụmụnne m.
Akpọkwala anyị ka anyị nwee training esi azụ.
Okay.
Ndị train anyị si all the way from Lagos, courtesy of Senator Stella Odoa.
Okay.
And ya ọ ka anyị nọ si nso ụtụ akụziri anyị ife niile, akụziri anyị otu esi eme wee nweta azụ. Azụ na-abụ oke na nwunye otu ga-esi wee multiply ya oro millions.
Okay.
And nnekwa ya kịta ịfụkwa na ihe niile eji anyị eji wee medi azụ ka ọ wee bụrụ ife a na-eme ebe a. O nwekwara ya ego dị na basu.
Ego na ka enyela unu?
O nyere anyị 20,000 naira.
Okay.
So no ya maka.
Nyakwa unu tank, nyakwa unu feed, nni azụ, yana ma azụ sef.
Nyakwa anyị azụ, ihe niile zuru oke.
Oh, also. Onwe ife ọ bụla echi egwa nwaanyị Senator Stella Odoa.
Ife na-ekwusi ike bụ na Stella Odoa na Chineke gara aga na-agọzi ya n'aha Jizọs.
Amen.
And the Senate ọnụ ọ ga-ejekwa ọzọ maka ndị jebu before onwe ihe afọ a na-emere anyị mana nke a ozi na-erute anyị aka.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
Yes, we came for an aquaculture training. So, well, the reason for my smile is the empowerment which has been given to me.
What empowerment has been given to? First of all, who is even powering this?
Our dear Senator Stella Odoa.
Wow.
Has empowered us
and you've been given a tank, you've been given fish feed, fingerlings, and some money to start off this business, which you have been taught already. Okay, where are you? What local government are you representing? Obaru. Okay, do you have anything to say to the good senator?
Well, I have a lot to say again.
Please, just say it.
But I'll be brief. Actually, I want to say a very big thank you to her, and
Okay.
God bless her. Bless her richly, because she has done a lot for so many people. She has built so many things for people, as the Shadow people, something to do. So I want to say very big thank you.
All right, now I wish you all the best.
All right, thank
All
you
right,
very much.
yeah.
Patrick
Onye ahịa Melum local government. Okay, kedu ife anyị na-ebe eme tata?
Anyị na-amụ etu esi azụ azụ. Na anyị amụgo ya, mụtakwuo ya. Mụkwara mụta ya ọfụma. Ebunyekwala anyị bọwel aja azụ azụ, bunye anyị feed. Nyekwa anyị azụ n'onwe ya. Nyekwa anyị ego. So a na-ene anya na within a year. I gonna supply as na Onitsha and December.
Amen. Kedu onye mmekwazi ife a wee dị possible?
Wa ada Stella Odua. Nnukwu nwanyị ama ama. Onya mere ya. Na nna ekpekwuru ya ekpere. Asị na ọ ga-adịrị ya mma.
Amen.
Na m chọrọ ka ọ chịa Anambra State. Chịakwa Nigeria. Ọ ihe nna ekpere ya. Ogologo ndụ bụ nke ya.
Amen. Daalụ so. Thank you very much.
My name is Mbechi Emmanuel Igwebike, evangelist.
Okay.
I am from Omo, in the IMM local government area of Anambra State.
Okay, so what are we doing here? We're at All Saints Cathedral today. What's going on here today? I can see something on your shirt.
Yes,
what's going on?
We are here for a training, aquaculture training. We are being trained on fish, how to train fish, that is feed fish rearing, how to breed fish, and even make fingerlings, even make their feet.
Okay.
We learned a lot today, and everybody is happy. The sponsor of this humble training and a very quality training is Honorable Senator Stella Odua Adezenemogo. I have a lot to say. Where will I start and where will I end? One thing I like about this woman is that she has no boundary. She's working with Town Union, that is reaching people in their various communities. Right here, I'm here. I am not a member of PDP. I'm a member of APGA, but I am opportune to be here, and I learned a very good something that.
And I understand. Apart from what you were taught, there were some certain things you people are going home with.
Yes,
what are those things?
Yes, we were given a cash. We are given a tank where we use to be doing our businesses. We are given the fingerlings, the small fish that will train.
Wow.
That is, by next year would have been a very big farmer, fish farmer.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Any other thing you want to say to the senator?
I want to say thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, my distinguished Stella Odua.
Thank you very much.
May God bless you.
Amen.
And bless your family.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Then, in conclusion, or I will draw the curtain for today. As we all know, aquaculture is a long-existing and sustainable means of fish production. A direct employer of 5% youth in Nigeria, an indirect employer of another 3%. Youth empowerment programs are aimed at creating healthier and higher qualities of life for underprivileged or at-risk youth. The 5 competencies of a healthy youth are positive self of sense, self-control, decision-making skills, a moral system of belief, and pro-social connectedness. Developmental interventions and programs have to be anchored on these competencies that define positive outcomes of healthy youths. And all this and much more are what our able senator has been able to do in every sphere. So I will draw the curtain on today's program. We hope to meet you again. I still remain Omalicha.
Human capital development is my mantra, will remain my mantra. for transformation of Anambra North, making requisite law that will ensure that these programs are sustained and they are taken to the next level, where in acquiring this skill we can export.
My name is Nkwocharita Ogechukwu. This is the venue for the Women Empowerment Program being sponsored by Princess Stella Odwa. Students, they were very happy, they practiced. So they really appreciate what the senator did for them.
My name is Oguchioma from Anambra South, local government area. I learned something. Like yesterday, see, the also started yesterday. So we learned 2 types of makeup. One for the white wedding, the church wedding. The other one for traditional wedding. So they taught us, the different makeups to use, how to tie gele. At least I could tie a bit today. I think I want to make a business out of it. I want to make money with it. Like the one I did yesterday, the one that I learned, my face was used as the model for yesterday. I've already put it on Facebook. I'm telling people already that I know how to make me. I'm a graduate, but no job. Graduate of Pure and Industrial Physics, Anambra State University, but no job for now. So this is really, really interesting. One thing that really impressed me was the type of training. Some people they will want to do skill acquisition. They will start with tailoring. There's no way you will learn tailoring in a week, but makeup you can learn it immediately. Some of the skills that are available can be learned on the spot. They can be learned immediately. That's one very, very impressive thing about the whole training.
Okay, my name is Ezinne Mbila. I'm from Onitsha North Local Government Area of Anambra State. I've been trying to learn how to make up, let me put it that way. But maybe, let me say, I don't have enough thing to go for the proper training. But when I heard this one, I just came out. I didn't even know it would be like this. But it has impacted me. I know I will go a long way. With enough support, yes, I will go a long way because they really tried. The 2 women that came here to teach us, they really tried. So we're taught how to tie the round gele. So I learned a lot. Before, I don't know how to do it very well, but today I can say I got 95%. Let me give it to myself. I learned something, yeah.
My name is Mrs. Roslyn Ekosebu. We are training women under cosmetologists, anything that has to do with cosmetics. Yeah, we are over 100. A great impact because all of them joined and they did well, they participated well. So I believe they will kick off from there. From what they've learned, they will kick off from there. Because it has to do with household products like bleach, liquid soap, conditioner. It's something that we use daily. So I believe they will kick up from there. It's a great idea to empower women, especially the ones that have nothing doing. Like when I started small, but today I supply to so many companies, hotels and all that. So they can literally start like me with little amounts. It's a business that you can start with little amounts and you are going to achieve a lot in it. You don't need to have it all before you start. You can start from somewhere. The chemicals most of them are very cheap in the market to afford. So I believe that anybody that really wants to do something can start production when it comes to chemicals.
My name is Mrs. Helen Onowa from Obaru local government area. Produce air freshener. Then the other one is Dixol. It was indeed very, very interesting.
My name is Ndoku Amanda Stella. This is cosmetology. But as a student, it will actually help me in terms of if I've run out of cash and I don't have anything doing, I'll just start it with this thing. I can just start it with 2,000 naira because with what I saw today, the whole thing looked cheap. And by the time you start producing it, you start making a lot of profits in it. It's just a gradual process. You don't actually expect to start big. The Bible says, "Do not despise the days of little beginning." So this is like a little beginning for us, and we can't just take chances and just have to grab the opportunity because opportunity just comes but once.
My name is Mrs. Christiana Ijoma Ezonyejekwe from Onitsha South Local Government. Okay, like we've learned maybe 5 things. Like yesterday, they taught us of how to produce air freshener and what's that, shampoo. For today we've learned of liquid soap, we've learned of hair conditioner and shampoo. Let me put it that way. Like 5 things from yesterday to today. We've learned up to 5 things under cosmetology.
So what do you intend to do?
A lot. It will help me a lot in my family. I can even start business with that. I can prepare things I can use at home. Then I can prepare things that I can supply to so many people to buy from me. By doing that, she has equipped me on how to solve some of my problems. So I'm so much proud of her, and she did all these things free of charge. So I'm very, very proud of Mommy Stella Odua. I'm a trader, adding to what I have. So I'm very happy being a member, being a partaker on this. In short, may the good Lord bless Mommy Stella Odua for us. I'm proud of her.
Afam Buwa Tv. Ife nkuzi bụ wig maker. Ikuzi ka esi alụ wig. So yesterday ka ibidoro ọrụ being Thursday. So if I kuzi yesterday bụ fringe, baby face. With the half party stitching with coils. Yeah, I kuzi yesterday, and some people my hair akuzi because of hancha which for this and that man some new for my favorite thing akuzi there. A job for you have say my yes to have me akuzi. So in Kenya we gasia we kuzi sizie di olu ebiesie ni elisizie I meche for yesterday. Today yen kuzi ties center party with closure and the center party without closure. Interlock. I think kuzi today.
Yes, my name is Ogechkumebo. I am a local government. Short, I'm okay to fix with one. Now week. Equasia, Equalia Nisid. So I'm multata no. For me, I learn a lot about it. So onya can do that. And all still do I empower women so that can be able at least up yourself no worry from this thing you can start up with it. Maybe say 1 or 2 things. Then in on a yard, like some of us we are graduate but there is no work. So we can't stay at home being a housewife while we have other things to do. Understand? So that's why we are here to learn one thing or the other so that we can empower ourselves. Even if you want to buy something, you can use your money. Not every time my husband didn't give me this and that. So that's why we are here today. And we thank God that without her, I am working ever. But thank God for today. And we pray that God will continue to enlarge her coast in Jesus' name.
Okay, I'm Joy Okonkwo from Oyi local government, Anambra State. Here in our own department, we are learning how to do wig. You know, this time around, women, we don't use to fix wig on again, or we are using more of wigs that you can use it and go out and come in and remove it, and you can receive. It is important to me because sometimes there will be no market. You know the condition of Nigeria now, that sometimes you will carry your market, you take your goods to market, you may not be able to sell up all of them. But now that I have learned how to do wig or wigs, I can at home, after going to market and come back, I will prepare it. Sorry, I will sew it. The material is not all that cost. So when I get the material, I will meet my friends. I know how to do it. Can I prepare 1 or 2 for you? At my usual time, I can just sit down watching television or taking care of the children, and at the same time, it's not something that you will have a special time or special place. You can, even where I'm selling my goods, I can just sit down there and be doing it whenever I'm less busy. At least If I can be able to in a week, I can produce 3 or 2. And so this outside my own business, you understand? It's a source of income. And also I will use it, I will do some for my own and for my mother and my sisters. At least they will appreciate it from me.
Afambo, Miss Augustine Obianoka. I'm from Onitsha North Local Government. But by the special grace of God, my being here will never be in vain. I thank God for giving me the privilege, and the privilege will never be wasted. I believe it will equally change my life to a better.
My name is Edith Nwankwo. I am from Obaru local government area of Anambra State. I am in a catering confectionery department which comprises catering. So as at yesterday, we'll learn about how to make donuts, how to make puff, and how to make chin-chin. And today we'll continue on making samosa. That's number 1. Number 2 is egg roll, and number 3 is palm cake. Yes, that is six items.
I saw you one of the other platforms.
Makeup.
Why were you there? Tell me, was it that?
I just want to have a glance of that makeup training, because as a woman, it's very important to me. It's not that I can spend my money paying for a makeup to attend to me. I can even make myself up and look good in occasion.
What do you intend to do with all of this training?
I intend to do a lot, because definitely what we learned here in this vocational training today will help put food in the tables of many families. Like me, I can start to make chin-chin, and it costs less to start it. You can use 2,000 naira to start chin-chin, or you start your donut or your palm cake, something you can make. At least your income or your profit will be more than the money you spend in making it. It is so lucrative for people that wants to earn a living through it.
So what are you doing?
I want to go into confectionaries because I love making cake. I love cake. Anything concerning confectionaries, I'm in love with it. So I thank God that I'm here in this program to learn a lot that I've been dreaming of.
This is the end of it, so I'm very much happy. At least they gave me something. Yes, they gave me something. This is a very good package. Because I have this thing on it that the ribbon. I'm going to use it to try it out. Then our spray, our needle and thread. So we're going to use it. Me myself, not we. I am going to use it because immediately first thing tomorrow morning I'm going to the market to get more of it, then trying it out. Then if it's perfect, then that means I'm going to further it because I am so much very happy. At least I now have something that I can do by myself. I am so much very happy. Thank you, madam. Thank you, my senator. Thank you. Just keep up the good work. Okay, the masses are really happy. Okay, thank you so much.
I'm feeling great. I'm happy. I thank God, and I thank God on behalf of our senator for doing all these things for us. She really tries for us. Yes, I'm going to put it in practice. All these things we learn here. So I'm going to be, this is my ribbon and nets or machine, everything is here, scissors and thread. So we keep where we start. Because MLM expect all these things. See how MLM today. When you started from yesterday till today. Stella or Dua. Spend all these things, spend when you guys so be not a motor. Because you are not Sepia, Kachuka say, Binoku Vinkas, Noku Lota, because you Lotandia. nwe na-asị ka Chukwu meele ndị ebele meele famili ebele site n'ike na-enye ike ka o nwee ike na-elotakwa anyị mgbe ọbụla ọ kpọrọ anyị na anyị ga na-aza ya n'ihi na ọ na-emela anyị and anyị ga na-aza anyị Chineke nna ga na-ebunye n'aha Jizọs nwe na-asị na nsi Onitsha South afa mbụ Charity Nwigwe so m na-ekene Stella Odua na-asị ya onye ọma ya jisi ike na obi bụzi aṅụrị na ọ na-eme ihe dị mma na ọma mma ka ọ bụ nwaanyị dị mma zuru ka eme karịsịa ihe niile ya jisi ike na ọlịa na Chineke nna ga na-ebi na-enye ya ndụ site na ndụ uti famili otu a ka ọ ga na-ebunye elu site na arọ ruo na arọ ya favor upon favor ka nna ya onyeisi Stella Odua n'aha Jizọs Kraịst bụ onye nwanyị.
My name is Aneka Machamaka Angela. My local government is Onitsha North. Had a lot of trainings. They taught us how to make samosa, how to make egg roll, and other fries. And after the training, we gave us a lot of gifts, like you can see the gifts just right in front. I will first of all practice what they taught me. When I'm sure that I've gotten into the right procedure which I was being taught, then I can start producing and selling.
Yes, today that I came, a lot of good things I learned. Like I learned a lot, even the chemicals involved in producing the liquid soap. I'll make money with it now. Like I'll make money with it. It's something that you do in your house. You don't need any machine. It's something that you produce with your hand. You don't need any machine to start it. You just need small capital and you are good to go.
Okay, so what do you do presently?
I'm a makeup artist.
Okay.
And I'm also a student. I have a very big thank you. Senator Stella Odua Adeze, wherever she is, I'm just saying a very big thank you to her because this is a life changing. At least this knowledge, I just didn't learn only only shampoo producing and liquid soap. I also learned a lot for her to have the initiative to know that people are out there that doesn't have anything to do. So I'm saying a very big thank you to her and God will bless her too.
At least she tried very, very well. For me, I've learned how to do wig making. So I'm so happy for that. I'm so glad. Obi the moso makana nna anyị bụ Princess Stella Odua Adeze na-eme ọgụ kpọrọ anyị tata saịdị ahụ ọhụ maka na ọ na-agba onye lụsịa orie tata ka ọ sịrị anyị bịa lie faịlụ. Obi dị m sị aṅụrị maka na ncheta karịrị onye ị na-ere ịlụ ụlọ ọrụ o cheta na ịlụ ụlọ ọrụ obiọma ga-akpa ngị nwa alụlụ ọrụ na onye ịlụ ụlọ ọrụ cheta na ịlụ ụlọ ọrụ ọ ya wụ ihe na-enye m joy n'ụbọchị taa. Yes. Adeze na-eme ọgụ ana m asị Chineke ga-enye ya ọganiru nye ya ogologo ndụ na ahụ isi ike maka na asị na onye mara ka enyekwa ya ọzọ oke so ọchịcha nke a ọ ya jekwa ọzọ n'aha Jizọs.
I was given some package here and I feel happy about it. Stella Odua, she tried. I'm in school, and many students would like to make up, so I think I will use that as a source of income for myself. God should continue to bless her, and I will wish for her to come back for another tenure because she really tried for the women.
She's a woman in a million of women. That woman is wonderful. I love her so much. Not only me, all the women. You know, one thing is with her is that when she said that she will do this, not like men, no. When she said that she will do this, she must. And one thing I love with in her life or character is that she will not just give them money, go and do this. No, she will monitor it. Sometimes she will be there.
So I do tell her now to keep on with the good works, and I pray to the God Almighty to continue giving her that grace and that conscience, that thing that is in her, that is making her do all these things, to continue to empower her, fill her with her power and grace and strength and everything good.
The way she's been helping the poor masses, the way she's been giving life to the lifeless. She's more than a mother to everybody. She carries everybody along. I'm so much proud of her. I haven't seen anybody that works better than her for a very long time now. So I'm proud of her.
My namesake, actually, I love her so much. I've been hearing so much about her, and I wish to see her one day. Like, she's kind of a role model to me now. I love her so much. She has actually imparted a lot. She has rescued the poor. Like, she wants the poor to be like the rich, not to make them feel inferior. Like, I came from a poor family, and she has actually helped a lot. She's like a mother to us, and I so much love her.
I da training style doa. O bu ya ngogbo ani ni for ai bukita. Iranu. I so na catering, I know na catering training ya. Na ide kere style doa. Si ana chu ya gbe o me. E bo si o te kara chu ya go se maji pro maji na Jesus.
Hey there, welcome to Journey So Far, where only good news is shared. I trust you're having a great time where you are. On today's episode of the program, we'll be showing you an exciting program which captured basically the youths of Anambra North Senatorial Zone. Do not go anywhere so you won't miss a thing. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show, beautiful people. Remember, this program is sponsored by the distinguished senator representing Anambra North Senatorial Zone, Senator Stella Adeze Odua, Adeze Chukwunemogo. Did you know that over 200 young people in Anambra North Senatorial Zone gained skills in acting, broadcasting, and even editing for free? Yes, you heard me right. It is amazing, isn't it? Well, the distinguished senator, who has proven to be fully invested in human capital development, saw the need to help talents interested in acting, broadcast journalism, video editing, animation, graphic designing, and photography. Well, I heard that this is not the first time she's doing such, and I am sure you want to know all the juices on this empowerment training. I'll give you all of it when I come back from this commercial break. Please stay tuned. Welcome back again, my people. Remember, this is Buwa TV in Makwa. It's no longer news that the constituents of Anambra North Senatorial Zone never hesitates to shower praises on their senator. Reasons being that she is doing so well, both at the red chambers and in the zone too. According to reports, an advert was placed on social media calling on all interested young people to apply for the Film Academy program, which lasted for 2 months. The program saw many young, talented individuals who indicated interest and was trained intensively on courses like film acting, film editing, broadcast journalism, animation, photography, and even cinematography. Those beneficiaries were heavily empowered after the program, but with special regards and, of course, bigger envelope to the best students in each class. Now, enough of the long speech. Let me show you how it all played out.
Hello and welcome to Buwa TV. I am Karen Yelichuku,
Right here and now, we are at Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, Oka, Anambra State. There are over 400 persons registered online for an ongoing training on editing, acting, sound supervision, script writing, producing, directing, everything under filmmaking, even hair and makeup, all sponsored by the most distinguished Senator Stella Adeze Odua. We will bring you interviews from the direct teachers and the beneficiaries of this great act from the most distinguished. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
I recall that distinguished senator did this for the academy in 2019. She sponsored 100 students, and some of those people continued from there. Not all of them. Many are called, but few are chosen. The race started today with 240 students. Obviously, the race might not end with 240. So that is how it is. So if you're expecting the race to end with 240, that means you all have to be committed.
Well, like I said earlier, the distinguished senator, of course, by now everybody needs to know that she's one leader that has deep passion for human capital development, because she understands that, of course, let's be honest with ourselves, the jobs are not just there. The jobs are not just there. So and she understands that the only way the youth can get to the level of self-sustenance is to acquire a skill, And if you notice, throughout her legislative offering, since she came on board, it has always been from one skill acquisition program to the other. All this is just to sensitize the youths that, hey guys, come on, this is the only way you can make something out of yourself, for yourself, you get. And as God would have it, the ABS Film Academy, they came up with this course idea where they are teaching people on various, like acting, head design, set design, so many things that has to do with the movie industry. So we put out the message online and in various news formats as calling on interested persons to avail themselves of the opportunities. Her own is just to provide the platform for them. So what she did was she called out, she said she was going to do 100 constituents from each of the 7 local governments. Now, yes, that's large. That's large. She was going to pay free. So your own is, if you're interested, you apply. We had an online template, online form where people, applied, registered, and today that's what you're seeing. There's quite a whole lot behind, Now, the idea for today is the induction. We would introduce them, the ABS MD will talk to them, and I, in my capacity as the Director of Media and Publicity for the District Center, I'll also have some time to explain to them why we are here.
And also I want to welcome all the students coming to the academy, the students from the Senator, and also the students that registered by themselves to be here in the Film Academy. I want to welcome all of you to ABS Film Academy.
You're still watching Buwa TV and I am Karen Yaluchuku. We are still here at the ABS Film Academy. Now there is a form of division according to the persons registered under the distinguished and those that did a self-registration. The guy representing the director of the ABS Film Academy made it clear that some persons registered on their own and some people under the distinguished. And now if you look behind me, you will see that majority of the persons here are registered under the distinguished and very few persons for themselves. We are saying thank you and kudos to the distinguished for this good act and handing over dreams to the persons with passion. We will bring you interviews from persons here to tell us how they really feel about this good act met out to them. Do not go anywhere.
Good afternoon.
Please tell us your name and where you're from.
My name is Miss Ifoma Unebu. I'm from Onitsha, Anambra State.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm still a student.
Okay. Student of what level?
Federal College of Agriculture, Isiago, in Ebonyi State. I'm in my HND1.
Okay. So how did you get aware of this program here?
Stella Odo has been my sponsor from my OND, and she's like my mentor and my mother. So I used to follow her up on social media, so I get more of her information always.
Okay.
So I saw the link and I clicked on it and I applied. Favorable, I was among the chosen ones. So
congratulations, dear. So I know they run several programs. Which did you choose?
I chose hair making and makeup.
Why hair making and makeup?
Because I have interest on that one. I can't make hair and I have passion for it because nowadays you can be a stylist and also a makeup. You can make like bridals and their bridal train. You can make both students in student areas or even at home. Females are all over the world, so you can go global with that.
Okay. So how do you intend to improve the society with this skill?
Yeah, I'll try to create my own styles and maybe go wider through internet. I'll go and make some researches on that. Maybe the new styles of hairs and the new makeup modes, so that I'll get to improve my own skills and explore with that. I can as well train people under me.
I want to understand that you're highly grateful for what this the distinguished has done in your life. So what do you have to tell her?
All I have to say is that the Almighty who has kept her alive will surely keep on keeping her. She is more than a mother and a role model, and she will still reap more fruits coming through the people that she is putting smiles on their faces. Because those people, I personally am super grateful to her. So my prayer always, both midnight, morning, every day, I still include her in my prayers, and I pray that the Almighty God will still continue to sustain her. Both her going out and her coming in, whatever she's doing, she will continually go in and come back gratefully, and she will defeat every evil plot of the wicked ones towards her. No evil will come near her dwelling place. She will live long as the Lord lives.
Okay.
Ana m akụzi nkụzi
na school ebe.
School dị na Nteje. Esere Memorial Nursery and Primary School.
That is good. Ke kisi malo maka ihe abịala ime ebe ata.
Ka anyị sọ mara bụ na ọ na-aga na net. We send am the link. Wee sị ka m tinye nwe mmasị n'ime ya. Wee sị ka m tinye afa m n'ime ya. Maka ihe Stella, ihe Princess Stella Odo a na-amasị m nke ọma na ezigbo ada anyị ka ọ bụ. Wee sị ka m banye na foundation ya.
No. Enwe ihe atụgasịrị iche iche a ga-eme. Kedu nke ị họrọ n'ime ya?
Nke m fọrọ na m ga-emekwa bụ nke ndị bekee kpọrọ editing. Abịa n'Igbo ọ bụrụ ndozigharị na mmụzigharị ihe a na-eme na ọ bụ na emeteghị ya ka ọ wee dị mma n'anya. Ya ka nsị ka m banye n'ime ya ka m nwee ike wee si n'ime ya wee magasịara ụfọdụ ihe na amarọ gbasara ife onyonyo a na-afụgasị a na-enwegasị wee nwee mmasị na nke a.
Ife ọzọ m chọrọ ịjụ bụ ịmụta ihe dị otu a. Kedu ife ị chọrọ iji ya wee gbanwee n'obodo? Ma kedu ife ị chọrọ iji ya wee meela onwe gị ma ọ bụ ezinụlọ gị?
Mmụtasị anya ihe m ga-eje wee mee elike maka na abịa kịta n'ụwa kịta bụzụ wasara anya ka fa bụ ọzọ ụwa mgbe afọ a nọ n'isi. Kịta bụzụ wasara mepere emepe anya ọ na-achọzi ihe ọfụ na ihe ọfụ bata. Ọ bụ na m mmụta ya m ga-enwe mmasị ije wee mee ọtụtụ ihe n'obodo dịka ị na-akụzigasị ndị obodo ụmụazị ihe kwesịrị ịmagasị ka esi mmadụ si edozi onwe ya ọ dị mma ka ihe esi wee mee agha onye fụ gị ọ dị ya mma n'anya nwee mmasị n'ebe ị nọ onwe maka mmadụ edoziri onwe ya na-emekwa na enyemaka ha sikwa na-abịa mana mmadụ mezi onwe ọfụma mmadụ fụgo ọ dị ya ụtọ ịdị ya mma n'anya ọ kpọọ gị jụọ gị ajụjụ o nwere ike si n'ime ya ịnweta ife a na-akpọ connection na bekee ọ bụ ya bụ ihe mbụ masị m ọzọkwa abịa na ezinụlọ ngeji eme ka ezinụlọ mmagasị arụ ụfọdụ ya na amarọ esi na ife dịka ife nsogbu ezinụlọ gasị si na ya pụta gasị ya banye n'ife ọfụ ime megasị ife ọfụ dịka ụmụ fon na ekwentị a na-eyuz gasị kịta ama ka a ga-esi na-ewere na-eyuzo na-emego ụfọdụ dị iche iche na-enyere onwefe aka lapụ itinye aka n'ihe ọjọọ.
So onye mee ka ọnọdụ a dị otu a kedu ife nwere egwu ya?
Ana m ebinye ada anyị nwaanyị bụ Senator Princess Stella Odua mkpukpe ekene na-asa ya daalụ na nke o mere eruke na Chineke ya agọzi ya ebe o si weta mmaji pụrụ mmaji onwe ihe ga-akọnata ya ọ ga na-aga n'iru ọmanda ofe na ihe na-ebinye na-agwa chi ekpere na ekpere ya ya na ọganiru ya ka ọ ga-abụ.
Maazị Ngwadalụrụ nne o ka ụbọchị taa maalụ gị mma. After the smooth and educative 2-month thorough training program, the senator representing Anambra North Senatorial Zone, Senator Stella Adeze Odua, awarded over 238 graduating students from the ABS Film Academy recently concluded. She awarded the best graduating students with a huge sum of money and also consoled the other participants with a categorical prize, as well as certification for participation.
Government is desirous of having this kind of partnership with people like Stella Odua, Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who has thought it wise to partner with the ABS with regards to making sure that your program was successfully run. And I want to tell you that the best way to pay back to the organizer, the best way to pay back to the school that groomed you, the best way to pay back to the Anambra State government is by being very, very, very useful to yourself and to the society. All we want is that you just go and excel. We did not just train you in arts of filmmaking, writing, and cinematography, but we also worked on your psyche, we also worked on your character. Therefore, for you to be a very successful person, a very successful entrepreneur, your character must reflect integrity.
The distinguished Senator, Honorable Princess Stella Odua, the Honorable Commissioner for Information, Honorable Paul Nwosu, my MD and Rector, ABS Film Academy, management staff. I am Pascal Osubo, the Director, ABS Film Academy. Having fulfilled all the requirements of the ABS Film Academy 2 months training, we started in March 2022. 236 students were enrolled from different parts of the state in pursuit of the filmmaking and broadcast journalism 2 certificate course here in ABS Film Academy. So it is with a heart full of joy that I wish to announce to the students and to the general public that the training, which was not only smooth but educative and challenging, has come to an end today. And students are going to be issued certificates according to their performance and conduct here in the academy. It will also interest me to recognize students who developed from zero to nothing. And I have one particular student that I wouldn't forget, Miss Okoye Uminyechi, who came into the academy having no idea of what cinematography looked like or what the course was like, but tried her best to pursue a career in cinematography. We also have various students who came into the academy not knowing what filmmaking was about, and I'm glad that today they are going back into the society having their hands full of what they came to study. And it's also going to interest you to know that the Film Academy students participated in an audition held in Abuja Hollywood to Nollywood, of which I'm glad to announce that 4 students from the academy qualified for this audition and successfully joined the film production.
Wadike Shoma. She has successfully completed the ABS Film Academy 2 months training in acting. Wadike Shoma. And then we have Okozi Chideka Olivia. She has successfully completed the ABS Films Academy 2-month training in script writing and acting. Are you excited to be here? Yes. Are you excited to be here? Yes. Okay, well, you're not showing that you're excited. First of all, I bring you greetings from the distinguished Senator Stella Adeze Odua. One of the things she asked us to convey to you is the fact that there's no way you are here if you did not want to be here. You are here because you had a passion for, be it cinematography, be it acting, be it script writing, all those courses. You have a passion for it. But there's one thing also that you need to know about the senator. She is somebody who actually believes strongly in human capital development. She believes, she is one of those that holds on to that view that the jobs are not just there. So if you have to make something out of for yourself, it has to be personal. You have to take it upon yourself to do something. And that is why you see her organizing a series of skill acquisition programs, all geared to make you be self-sufficient on your own. When the news came to us, to her, that the ABS Film Academy was organizing all these courses, the first thing she did was to organize a think tank, and we then came up with the idea of picking 100 persons from each of the 7 local government areas, which of course we put out the announcements. And at the end of the day, we received feedback, but like you know, you are the ones that made it to the end of the program. So I bring you greetings from Senator Stella Odua. But she is saying that it doesn't just end here. Of course, you know, she has an outfit, Buwa TV, that is on Star Times. And by virtue of that Buwa, most of you here, I have been made to understand, she just sent a message here, that from next week, starting from next week, there will be film productions. You know, everything that you would need, that you would require to use everything that you have learned here is in Buwa TV. Of course, it doesn't end in Buwa TV. You can also go out. We expect you to go out to the world and make something for yourself. The best graduating students here will be going home with 50,000 naira. Okay? Yes.
This particular program, one can say, is really timely, considering, you know, the extent of unemployment in our society. So, to your mind, to what extent do you think this can impact on our society?
Oh, I mean, look at it. Of course, you know, like you rightly said, unemployment is an issue right now. And look around you. Everybody you see today, the youth, they go about with their smartphones. Okay, what did they learn for the past 2 months? Cinematography, how you handle the camera, everything that has to do with film. The main people that make money these days are skit makers, you know. So it depends. Remember, one of the first things we asked participants is, if you know you don't have a passion for this, don't go. But if you have a passion for this, the world is your stage. You know, you can, with just your phone. Of course, it's not only the phone that they taught them how to. They were taught script writing, what's it called, broadcasting, animation, everything. So anybody that takes this upon his or herself can make the best out of. That was what I was telling the students back there. So it's vast. What they can achieve is vast. So I mean, that's just it.
Okay, it's easy to assemble youth for this kind of a program.
Yes.
But I want to ask, how sustainable do you think this will be, you know, for the honorable senator, distinguished senator that has been doing this? Do you think it's going to be sustainable? Will you continue, or is it going to just end like this? And follow up, how do you follow up on these participants?
There's one thing you ought to know about distinguished Senator Stella Adeze-Odua. Her major driving force, one of the things that, if you have come close to her over time, you will find out that she has a passion for human capital development. That has always been her mantra. So, and if you check, over time, for the past 8 years, no, because that would be much. For the past 4 years in her second tenure, she has done way more than 120 skill acquisition programs, where we get a lot of youths, you know, and they are being taught skills that they can put to use for themselves to make. So it is sustainable because there are no jobs. So the man that learns how to make soap, you know, if he puts it to, and remember, most of the times when she does these things, she empowers them. It's not just to teach. After imparting them with these skills, she also goes the extra mile by empowering them with maybe some soft funds with which to, at least startup funds, you know. So it is sustainable in the sense that, yes, there will always be students, you know, there will always be people, but we keep on, I don't know how she does it, but she keeps on churning out these programs over time. And how do we monitor them? We have a list. They are not the first set. I think sometime last year we had something like this, and you were there to cover it. The channels was there, you know. And when we're done with this, we have a list. We have the list. We keep on doing follow-up. We call them. It's a family affair, you know. We call them and to find out their progress. I just got information now that the best graduating student has been offered a job by the distinguished senator. Of course, I mean, I'll be talking off the cuff right now to let you know that she has a TV station, you know, and she's offered her a job, you know. You heard when I said those who just graduated, you know, that they will starting a film production sponsored by the senator. That's job opportunities for them being created. Now, that does not stop them from going out into the world and also, you know, trying to make a living for themselves. So there's a whole lot involved in this.
Yes, my name is Gabe Ndo Opaleze, the Acting Managing Director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS. Okay.
Okay, something great happened in your establishment.
Yes.
It's something that everybody is really commending, trying to take our youth off the street by impacting them with skills, lifelong skills. So how do you feel having this program done in your station?
Yes, we are very happy with this. As a matter of fact, this is not her first time. She was here 2 years ago. She brought some people 3 years ago, last year, and then this year again. She has seen the need. You know, politicians used to dash out money to people of their constituencies, and this money they eat it for the day. But now she has learned the essence of, I mean, Senator Stella Odua, Princess Adeze. She's the one that has been partnering with the ABS with a view to making sure that these people are taking up the labor market, and it's not a mean feat to say. So she has been doing that, and we are happy to partner with her. We want to continue to do that because we are also benefiting. Each time we see people who were roaming the streets get engaged in one kind of job or the other, they no longer get employed, but they become employers of labor. And we are happy that we are part of the success story. So we cannot thank Stella Odua, Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, representing Anambra North in the country. We cannot thank her enough for what she has been doing. And we're also calling on others, because there can never be a limit to what we can do to help people come out of the employment market.
Okay, how many of them have been enrolled in this program?
We have over 100 of them this time around. They have finished their program, and we are happy to announce that there's plan to do an August session. They are already expressing their interest to bring in new people. And like I told you, they did that 3 years ago, 2 years ago, last year, and she's also doing it this year. But each time you find out that the number is enlarging, and that will show you that the thing is bearing fruit. Because if those who were trained last year do not have good stories to tell, others will not come when they ask them. But you can see that the thing is expanding, and we are happy for it.
I want to know what
Yeah, my name is John Bobiora Babs.
Okay, you participated in the just concluded BS Film Academy.
Yeah. I took the acting course.
Okay, and you also won award.
Yeah, I'm the best actor in the best student in the acting category.
Okay, so how do you feel to have graduated from this program today?
I feel good. I feel good. I won't say surprised because I know I put in the work. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to the senator, to ABS Academy for this opportunity for me to come here and do something I love, because acting is something I love to do. So I'm very happy. I'm very grateful to the senator and ABS.
Okay, and probably this will help you become better, if not add value to the society by the creativity.
Yeah, definitely. Value be added. This place has ignited something in me, and I think it will explode and the world will get to see me.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
My name is Stainless Amaka Chunweze. Okay. I'm from Aguleri here in Anambra State.
Okay. You just graduated from the ABS Film Academy.
Yes.
How do you feel to having successfully completed a 2 months training in the academy?
I feel very excited with a heart full of joy. As in, today is one of the best days of my life. So I feel very happy.
Okay, in which course did you major in during the training?
I majored in acting, broadcasting, journalism, photography, and script writing.
Okay, and we also saw that you also won awards.
Yes.
Okay, would this award and your participation in the academy help you to add value in terms of creating content and adding value to the society?
Yes, it will. Even before getting the certificate and the awards, I see my life changing already. I see my life changing, being invited to places where normally they don't invite me to, and I am partaking in so many places where I only see it as a dream, but now it's coming true. So I believe I'm going far with this, and I'm changing my world with it.
Okay, my name is Priska Wankwo, one of the trainers for this ABS Film Academy. So I thought broadcast journalism.
Wow, so how far has the journey been?
All right, well, it started with some challenges, You're teaching a new set of students and you don't know how everybody's comprehension capability is. So the key was to, keep looking at them, observing them, seeing how this person learns and finding out how you can be able to teach this person for this person to understand, because at the end of the day, the way we comprehend is not the same. So I'm impressed, and I can say today that I'm a proud teacher. Wow. Because based on the production we did a documentary production. They were divided into groups. And when I viewed the documentaries after they submitted, and I gave my recommendation to the ABS film director with regards to the students that were going to be awarded certificates and not, I was smiling because it showed that I did a good job. Because the essence of rating your performance is the capability of your students. So when your students are able to deliver, then you can smile and be happy that you impacted knowledge. So I'm happy with my broadcast journalism students, and I know that this is just the beginning for them, that the sky will be their stepping stone.
Amen. Thank you very much. So what's the essence of this training?
All right, a lot of people are always under the assumption that if you have a beautiful face or you have a fine voice, anybody can go into the media. And most of those people here, they're not studying mass communication. So this is more like another additional skill that even if what you did in school or what you're doing in school is not working for you, you can always do. Like some people did editing, some people learned graphic designing. So it's an additional skill. You can also make something out of this skill that you're getting here. Because right now, if you look at the situation of the country, this time is not a time for anybody to just sit down and fold your hands and do nothing. Everybody is trying to be self-reliant. And so this is what ABSM Academy is offering for the students. You know, what people will use to judge us when we leave this world is not the kind of money or the kind of houses we have. It is the impact you've made in someone's life. So I want to thank Stella Odua Foundation. I want to thank the Senator, distinguished Stella Odua, for what she is doing for humanity. And I want to say that the Almighty God will bless her, because when you tell somebody, so we thank her, we appreciate her, and I said that God will bless her. And what she is doing today, she's sowing a seed, and this seed will grow, and she will always be remembered.
Welcome back, guys. I'm amazed, really, and I wish the graduates nothing but absolute success going forward. And to the woman who made it all possible, thank you, and please never stop doing good. This is Journey So Far on Buwa TV, and I am your host, Chekube Obiako Ndiogazi. I'll see you again next time.
Adaze wadu akaliwegu o. Una makwana adaze wadu akaliwegu umunem. Nokwa no joko na wuzi o. Makanu dana kala kana mapu ozu avo. Na nwanyi ni ibiara bu n'okwu ọnụ. Obodo muta nwa kala kasi na ọ dị ka anyị si adị. Mana amụta kali ogili asị na ọ dị ka ndị ikwu nne ya. Adaze wadu abu ụgbọ na-aga aga e. Ekwulum na adaze nwadu abụ onye na-ekili ekili. Ngwasị ka njụọ onye na-ekili ekili o nwere ebe ikili mmadụ mbanụ. Ibe nji si na adaze nwadu abụ onye na-ekili ekili. Abịa na mma na adaze nwadu amali mma nwaanyị yo. Abịa na akwụkwọ na adaze nwadu agụla akwụkwọ. Abịa na ego na adaze nwadu a nwere mgbaja tugbu adaka na ọ bụrụ enwe. Ngwasị ka njụọ ọ bụzi onye na-asị na ọ ma nje sineti. Obeke chaa n'ụzọ maka mmanwụ egbue gị, maka na adaze nwadu abụkwanụ nnekwu mmanwụ o. Nwatueni adaeze na-eme ọgọ, adaeze na-eme ọgọ. Ekwulu m onye bụ na-enyere m eghom ọ ga-eme n'alụ m, maka ọ na-abụọlụ n'oge elekshọn ve bido kebe rice. Mana ekene adaeze nwadu a onye dịbụ na mbụ eme ọgọ, maka na tupu akwụwakwa elekshọn anyị elijuwe ibe adaeze avọ. Nyaka nji si na agwọ niile bi n'ọbịa ma na-enwele eke nwe ọbịa. Osisi niile kwu n'ọbịa nụ ma na-enwele oji oke osisi. Enwere ọtụtụ mmụọ ma na-enwekwelu nnekwu mmanwụ. Nnekwu mmanwụ pụta n'ọgbọ ghọrọ obodo agbaba ọsọ. Enwere ọtụtụ ọga ma na-enwekwelu ọga ndị ọga. Enwere ọga n'enu ọga enwekwelu ọga bụ ọga. Mana ọga ndị ọzọ niile na-aṅụ ala n'aka Stella Odua. Maka na Stella Odua pụta n'ọgbọ ya ọga ndị ọzọ evichelu ya oche. Nyaka nji si onye ọbụla jide ya nyere m. Asị m jide ya nyere m. Ọ bụrụ na ị nwere ihe karịrị Stella Odua, jide ya nyere m o. Onye nwere ihe karịrị Stella Odua, jide ya nyere m. Adaeze bụ onye mame, adaeze na-eme ọgọ. Adaeze chọrọ ụmụ ogbenye ya, adaeze lụrụ ụmụ ogbenye ụlọ. Adaeze hichara ụmụ nwaanyị ajadu anya mmiri. Adaeze na-eme ọgọ. Adaeze na-eme ọgọ. Adaeze na-eme ọgọ onye kwuru ya kwuru ibe dị mma. Onye kwetara adaeze kwetara ibe dị mma.
Onye Chineke ji wee kpọrọ ngwa ọrụ, o wee na-echeta ụmụ ogbenye niile. Ọ da-akpọ okemo ndị Yoruba ma ndị ọbụla nọ n'etiti anyị abalị. O wee bụ na Stella Odua, onye Chineke ji kpọrọ ngwa ọrụ.
I'm so privileged to be here, and I'll start off a business that will help me and also help my family.
It's not easy, my brother. About 100 of us taking care of us. It's not easy.
Good, at least I'm benefiting a lot from it.
Welcome to the journey so far. I am Kyra Nyelichuku.
I am Chiagozi.
Okay, taking you through the journey so far in Anambra North. We will be talking about human capital development. We all know that human capital development is positively correlated to economic growth. Since well invested in boosts the knowledge, the skills, and the productivity of a particular set of people, or a nation, or a country. And in that regard, we will be talking about an Amazon today, a queen that has stood out in every form of human capital development. We will be talking about the Senator Stella Odua herself, whom, according to what I have seen, you two have seen, I'm sure you have seen, yes. According to what we have seen, she believes so much in human capital development, self-actualization, discovering hidden talents, and setting it on fire. Not just discovering, she sets it on fire. She gives you everything you need. She teaches you processes you have to take and make provisions for them. I don't want it to be like I'm the only one who is saying. Let me hear from my colleague too. My darling, so far, what can you say about what you have seen the senator do?
Well. Our able senator, she has been doing so well, obviously, in all ramifications.
Obviously.
She's selfless, always thinking about the next person. And she's one kind of person that she doesn't believe in giving you fish. Rather, she teaches you how to fish.
That's right.
And make provisions for you. So in every ramification, she has been doing so well.
Okay.
And I give a huge kudos to her.
Well, you heard from her. What she has said is not different from what I have said. And what you said that is viewing it will say is not different from what I will say. Everybody knows what is good when we see it. And she's been doing great. She's been putting in every single thing she's got. Her time, effort, money, human. What will I mention and leave the other? Like, she's been good. Is it the roads? Even now, there's an ongoing program in Grunwick, right?
Oba.
Yes. For over 100 persons. Like, how? Like, these things, they are done in batches. This batch will come. Over 100. I think from the information we gathered from the registrar of Grunwick, he particularly said in his words that they have 50 participants.
Over 50 in each batch?
No, exactly 50 in fashion department. Yes. And then over 50 in catering and hotel management. Can you imagine that? That's not all. Like, they've been camped for 3 months and been fed every counting day of 3 months. The top notch now is that every month they are paid 10,000 naira each. Even some sales girls, they don't even have that amount of money. And you're gaining knowledge. You're gaining knowledge. You are eating food. You are eating.
You have a roof
over your head. They didn't say, we've given you a platform. Just come from your house and keep your transport. She has taken care of everything. Just make yourself available. What more do you want? What kind of, in fact, she's a mother. Okay, I think we'll be back shortly.
We have testifiers. This one is not all about we talking.
Talk and do.
We have testifiers, people that they will tell you how they feel. The people that took part in the training. For those that left, because I think batch A, they've rounded off.
Yes.
So batch B just started theirs. So we have testifiers from batch A that will come to tell you personally their experience and if actually what we are saying is true or fault.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to be here with you this afternoon. I would have been here at the reception when you newly arrived to the place, but for some other schedule. So Father Gerard Okoye had to stand in for me. I'm happy with the experience he had with you when he was here. First of all, I want to thank Almighty God for the gift of distinguished Senator Stella Adezodua, through whose magnanimity that we have this program. It's not a first of its kind. Register will bear me witness. We've had a series of batches of students who sent to this Noble Institute for training. And I'm glad and bold to say that some of them have been gainfully employed. And some of them are now employers of labor because they have deployed to good use the training they got from this institution. And it's thanks to distinguished Senator Stella Adezodua, who facilitates and provides for this training. Why we thank God for her is that she is a politician of another breed altogether. She's not like a regular politician, you know. Currently, as we speak, she's not vying for any elective position. She's not vying for Anambra State governorship election. But she does this because she believes in human capital development. He believes in human infrastructure. She believes in teaching people how to fish rather than giving them what? Because give them fish today, if you provide fish for them today, tomorrow will you still do that? And for how long will you do that? And one thing again for which we thank God for her. For others, you need to write application to secure this kind of scholarship. For others, you might need to go to their offices or to their houses for years or months or weeks, and yet you may not have the opportunity of seeing them or meeting with them. For some others, their handlers might even ask you to pay before you secure this. But I'm sure that you may not have the opportunity of even saying thank you to her physically. Because you have opportunity of coming in close contact with her. I'm sure that she doesn't know up to 5 persons here personally, if there is any who has ever come in contact with her. But she is happy that she's providing opportunity for empowerment for people. And you know, the Bible tells us that if you are giving gifts, let your right hand do not know what your left hand is what. He does his own without trumpeting it. He does hers without blowing it so that the whole world will hear. But she's happy that people so we thank her, and we cannot thank God for her enough. I think she's a gift to us. Is she not? She's a gift to us. And what does she ask for? She only asks for your prayers. She only asks that you apply yourself to giving everything you can to assimilate the trainings you'll be given here, so that you'll be useful to yourself, to your families, and to the society at large. That's all she asks for. But then, all of us being human, we could do more than that. She's not asking for this, but for me, you know, a relationship is reciprocal, right? It is reciprocal. Life is about giving and taking. Am I right? Being a politician, I think it is good, it's not out of place for us ourselves to be the harbingers of this good news. To let your friends, families, associates know that such a thing is happening and that this fellow did this. I'm sure without any effort from you, your names were just collected and submitted to our office, and we censor them and have them sent to the school for no other effort. I think it's enough to have her praises on the lips of all of us. And that is why we make bold to celebrate her wherever we have opportunity and whenever we have opportunity to do that. It's also not for any reason. By the way, I didn't, okay, you did introduce me. I'm Reverend Father Donald Olga, Parish Priest of St. Stephen's Parish, Federal House Estate, Johnson Kingston, Nature. And like Lisa said, I'm the chairman of Mass Life Foundation. I didn't just take this job. It was given to me by my local ordinary. Because the church has seen what the senator is doing in the society. And what is she doing? She's transforming lives. She's empowering people. She's bringing, indeed, a transformative program for the state beyond training. Some of you who reside in Onitsha would know that a number of roads have been tarred courtesy of our intervention. A number of streets have been lit up courtesy of our Light Up the Streets program. These are a few I could just recall for want of time. So I'm still on the note of thanking God for the gift of Senator Stella Odua. Having done that, I also like to thank the school, the management team of the school for obliging us whenever we come. We've had students who did 3 years program, 2 years program, and we also had students who did a crash program of 6 months. Yes, and we have you doing the 3 months, and we are about sending another batch of about 100 students. Of course, I'm sure you know it is not a chicken feed. You know what your colleagues pay, and you can multiply it by a number. So you see the quantum of what she's spending on people who may not have the opportunity to say thank you to her. I also would like to advise all of us, being good citizens of Nigeria. So, it is a very powerful instrument. Why do I say it's a powerful instrument? If you are happy and thanking God that we are privileged to have this opportunity, then you will see the importance of permanent voters card. Am I right? Yes. Because that will help you to ensure that those who think of your good are sent to government offices. Not those who think of their pockets, not those who think of their families, not those who think of their friends. I'm sure none of you is a friend. He doesn't know you. But she's able to do this and still do it for more people. So such are the lives of people ordinarily, for their sake, who go and obtain the PVC. So that when the time comes, when those who will promise you that they will tar your father's compound and put electricity under your bed, when they come, you just, I wouldn't say you collect whatever they will give you, but then you show them the way by not voting for them. And I'm sure there is no politician in Nigeria that will give you on the day of election, what is half of your school fees for you to vote for the person? Is it possible? Nobody will give you. How much they give people? 1,000. So 200. So you ask yourself, what is 1,000 to your school fees? What is 1,000 to your monthly stipend? I think it is nothing compared to it. So with this, all of us should be crusaders of good governance in Nigeria. This is just a fruit of good governance. It is a fruit of having good people to operate the levers of governance and power in Nigeria. I only beg of you to apply yourself very well to these trainings, because at the end of the day, you are the one who will be the first beneficiary of whatever training you gain from this institute. One of the reasons we are here today is to, the senator promised that every month he will give you a stipend to help you put one or two things together to facilitate your stay here. I think that is going the extra mile. Most people who offer scholarship, they offer scholarship for tuition. They don't think of accommodation. They don't think of any other thing. The Senator Stella Odua, when she offers scholarship, she discusses with the school about accommodation. And after doing that, she will also think of what will I be giving to these people, at least to support them, no matter how small. Is that not so much? It is even more than enough. Can we appreciate her for that?
onye Chineke ji wee kwalụ ngwa ọrụ o wee na-echeta ụmụ ogbenye niile ọ da-akpọ oke ma ndị Yoruba ma ndị ọbụla nọ n'etiti anyị aba o wee bụ na Stella Odua bụ onye Chineke ji kwalụ ngwa ọrụ wee sị na anyị ụmụaka na-aba ndị chọsị ịgụ akwụkwọ sinsi mana fe nwere opportunity mana Stella nyefe opportunity today kaba wee bụrụ ife Chineke chọrọ kaba bụrụ so anyị na-asị Chineke onye yuzuru wee n'ife na Chineke ga-agozie bunie ya elu ọ ga-abụkwu ọma abụdụ sọ sineti ọ ga-abụkwu prezidenti Naijiria n'aha Praise the Lord. Ihe ji wee gbuo ebe a nke obere a ka e nyere ya o wee na-eme etu a ma lụzie nye nke nnukwu ife ọ ga-eme na Naijiria Boko Haram niile a ga-ara n'aha wee na-asị ka ibulu ugbo ekene wee bunyela anyị sinetọ bunyela anyị ya na ukwu wee sị na Chineke ga-echekwaba ezinụlọ ya ụmụ ya niile ebe ọbụla ba nọ na Chineke ga na-echekwaba ha na Chineke ga na-eduba na ba ga-abụ ife Naijiria ga-eji bili n'aha Jizọs so anyị na-asị ka Chineke ọnọdụ anyị nọ na anyị mesị anya na anyị ga-eji ebala onwe anyị elu n'aha Jizọs we must possess our position we must possess our position and when we get that from again ife ọbụla sị na anyị ama aga n'iru anyị na-akansụl ya n'ụbọchị ata n'aha Jizọs Felicia Azoka Nzegu. So na anyị na-asị Fada Chineke gozie n'ọnọdụ anyị bịa tat ịbụrụ arụ jụrụ anyị oyi so na anyị sịkwa ka ibugokwala anyị nyazikwala anyị ozi anyị ziri n'ụbọchị ata n'aha Jizọs.
My name is Mr. Obi Okpara. I'm from Isuochi in Abia State, based in Onitsha, Ward 3, Fege. That's where I'm from. Our distinguished Senator Stella Odua asked us, we were sent message that we should come here to learn those fashion and catering. So we choose fashion. We were surprised. She even giving us 10,000 in a month, paid for us here. Then everything here, we are happy here.